Hello, welcome back to RtR. My mic is awkwardly positioned. We're in the finals. We are up against Grey Coil, which is great. We've got a 10-2 precinct captain, which is fantastic. I believe we're on the draw. This hand is, fine. Keep all turn 2 precinct captains, some removal spells. Count. Just matched. Okay, Grey Coil just informed me he's accidentally kept his hand. Modo does that. He's been in combat step. Yeah, he's welcome to it. Oh! Okay, here I've got a decision to make. I can either play the turn 1 Herald or the turn 2 Captain. Thing is, if I don't play turn 1 Herald, then I have to... If I play turn 1 Herald, then I can't play the Captain until turn 3. And because I can't then play the Captain until turn 3, I can't pop the Herald on turn 3, so there's really no point in playing the Herald on turn 1. Also, knowing he's accidentally kept means the Captain is that much more likely to get through. Yeah. I mean, one shouldn't abuse information like that, but when one's given information like that, one does. Will you ever have a finals not against this guy? Will you ever have a finals not against this guy? Colon P. It's the obligatory colon P. The I'm kidding colon P. God, I love it. So useful. Okay, he's drawn a second land, but no blue source. I know he's... Oh, come on, man. That is brutal. That is brutal. I have my beautiful little captain, which I wasted a Centaur's Herald in order to get out. Should have played my forest so I could represent a combat trick. There's no way I'm not getting in there, by the way. Just to make him think, really. Also, I mean, he missed a land drop. Yeah, because he missed a land drop, because I've got the double land for Centaur's Herald, I think I'm just going to Avenging Arrow away his Frostborn Weird. Because I'm never going to get through as long as that's sitting there. None of my guys can get through a Frostborn Weird in the deck. And just getting in one hit with the captain probs be enough to win the game. I should stop saying things like probs. I think things like that should be left to people who aren't me, essentially. And now, I mean, just look at that card advantage. This card advantage just bleeding out of that guy. Just bleeding out of that guy and all over the rest of the battlefield. And I will take it. Next I can attack for what? 6 damage? Yeah. Then pop the Herald, have Trostani's Judgment, populate my Herald tokens. He's discarding. Yeah, it's a shame this game isn't really a real game. I'd have preferred Precinct Captain in a real game. That would be way more interesting if he was doing stuff and I was doing stuff, and more interesting for you to watch as well. So I think he stopped talking to me because I think he certainly thinks, and he's possibly correct, that talking to me in the chat is one of the reasons he's not. He accidentally didn't mulligan his hand, so that's fair enough. I could play Seller here and start making bird tokens, but I do not see the reason to, and I could start making Centaur tokens and represent a ton of tricks. He's got Rune Wings in his deck. It's interesting to note. I will be bringing in my Aerial Predation. Yeah. That's annoying. Gonna want to remember us, filling this world with sand. I do that because Druid's Deliverance sounds like Deliver Us, which is the lyric of a song that I've never listened to. God, that'd be such a gay song to listen to, man. Jeez, why would you ever say that about me? Maybe I just take out the other Deliverance. That's my usual sideboard plan. Yeah, seems correct. I mean, Guy Decoy doesn't seem the strongest, and if he sees a Chorus of Might, if he feels like the kind of deck against which this is good, if he feels like proper isn't aggro, then it's possible we'll bring this back in. But in the meantime, let's just submit it as it is. Greg Cole's just saying, see if you can click the right button this time. I'm saying I'll concede the next game when we get there, so we can play a friendly. So we can necessarily, always, what's the right word there? Definitely get in a game 3. And I'll put an ellipsis at the end of that, not quite a question mark, because there's always a chance he's too busy, doesn't want to play game 3. Hates his deck. I think this is a keep. It's an awkward keep, 5 lands, but 5 lands is better than 1 land, as I'm sure Alex is just now discovering. Okay, he's an Is It white deck. So that's interesting. Hopefully I'll draw Common Bond. I mean, land is almost certainly the worst draw here, but Plains is much better than Forest. Forest is the absolute worst draw here. I said worst deck. Worst. You should never tell your deck what the worst. Oh, he paused. He distinctly paused on that, so I have a feeling he's got Syncopate. Ah. Okay. Okay. It's possible Alex is on the Doorkeeper plan, or some other sort of Defender's plan. Why is he white all of a sudden? This is so intriguing. Hover Barrier shuts us down until we either get Golgari Decoy or have enough creatures out to make it irrelevant. Right now we're just playing Draw Go. I have a feeling I'm playing Draw Go because I've drawn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 lands. I kept a 5 land and I've drawn nothing but lands since. But I have a feeling that he's playing Draw Go. Oh, I suspect it's a Star Patrol then. He's playing Draw Go because he's got a counterspell in hand and is going to counter the next thing I play. This is extremely awkward for me. Let's put that theory to the test and go to post-combat. He hasn't F6'd. He hasn't F6'd. He hasn't F6'd. He may have F6'd towards the middle of combat there. Nope. He's got a counterspell of some sort, and he's not interested in countering Concordia Pegasus. I wonder why. Because he's got a hover barrier, if you haven't been paying attention. Okay, so he's no longer got Syncopate or Inspiration on his own turn. Did he miss a land drop? I think he did. Inspiration on his own turn, guarantees land drops. He must have like some kind of Skywatch. Something insane when he gets to 6, I imagine. So let's get in there for 1 with our 2 creatures. Yeah, our deck's not horrible. If he has the +1/+0 first strike lifelink thing, that's fine. I'll just Avenging Arrow his guy quite contentedly. Yeah. So made the right blocks. I'll make a 3/3 and past him. First game I get screwed. Second game I get flooded. This first game he gets screwed. So second game I get flooded. See if we can have a real game. Game 3. Damn game. Real game. 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 Sorry. I'm having fun. Just ensuring that you listen to me. If I attack with everything here, chances are he puts the Rune Ring on the Pegasus, the Hover Barrier on the fencing, on the Centaur Healer, and takes 2. He could, of course, trade the Rune Ring for the Fencing Ace. How fine am I with that? Pretty fine. I think getting through a couple of damage, or more likely 1 damage with my Pegasus. I get to 1 damage with the Pegasus, or he can trade. He could chump, but he's not going to, so he's either going to trade or let me get through only 1 damage. Trade and let me get through only 1, or block and let me get through 2. Yeah, he's going for the trade. Fine. I mean, he gets to draw a card. This trade is by far favourable to him. He could play around a trick. Is he going to play around a trick? Ooh, that's exciting. Play around a trick, Alex. I mean, I don't have enough things that pump Fencing Ace to really make this worthwhile. Yeah, I ain't doing anything. Allow. I mean, I've just got nothing. Trading there's not good for me, but not attacking there and just letting the board stagnate is horrible for me. Because sooner or later he's going to play whatever his... I mean, he Inspiration for lands, so whatever his 8 spells are in hand. Spirit Skywatch? Yep. You can't see, viewers, but I actually said that before he cast it. Why do you think about what to detain? You detained the 3/3, Alex. Because the 3/3 is bigger than the 1/3.